Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video I will show you how to upgrade Moodle from Moodle 4.1.10 to Moodle 4.4 Plus, the latest version of Moodle. First we'll check for the minimum requirements of your server. After that we'll add the upgrade key to your Moodle site. Then I'll show you how to back up your important data. Then we'll check for updates for your plugins. We'll put your site in maintenance mode and we'll install Moodle 4.4 Plus. And then for the final steps, we'll take a look at problem areas we might encounter during the upgrade process. Now before we even get started, there's an important point you need to take note of. You can only upgrade to Moodle 4.4 from Moodle 4.1.2. If you're not on 4.1.2, you need to upgrade first to Moodle 4.1.2 and then you can upgrade to Moodle 4.4. If you are unsure on which version of Moodle you are, go to your site administration, click on notifications and then scroll down to the bottom. And here you'll see your Moodle version. So I'm currently on Moodle 4.1.10 Plus. And from here I will upgrade to Moodle 4.4 Plus. Since I'm on the correct version of Moodle, I can upgrade to Moodle 4.4. But before that, I need to check my server requirements. And how do I do that? I'll scroll up, make sure that I'm on site administration. Then I'll click on server. And then under server, I'll click on environment. From here, you'll see this is my current version, Moodle 4.1.10 Plus. Okay. If you don't see anything here, just click on update component. It will then update the components installed, and then you can select the drop-down list here and select to which version you want to upgrade. So I want to upgrade to 4.4 upwards. So I'll click on that and immediately it will show me what I need to check. So it says here my PHP version, my current version is on 8.0.3.30. I need to upgrade to 8.1.0. Okay, so this is the requirement for Moodle 4.4 upwards. If I scroll down, all of these should state OK. If you scroll down, you'll see there's another issue here. I won't be able to upgrade before attending to these issues. So I have two issues. You may experience more issues, but in my case, it's only my PHP version and then the assignment. That's why it's important that you have access to your control panel. So let's fix this first. Okay, so I'll go to my control panel and I'll go to my PHP settings. Okay, so my PHP settings will be, let's just check here. This is my control panel. So under my files, then my databases, then my domains, then my matrix, security, then I have my software. So under my software, you'll see there's my select PHP version. It says here that I need 8.1.0 and I'm currently running 8.0.30. Okay, so let's just change that. So I'll click on select PHP version. Here you'll see I'm currently running 8.0. So all I need to do is select this option and then go to 8.1 or 8.2. Okay, so I'll go to 8.2. I'll click on apply. If I refresh now this window here, so if I refresh this, let's just refresh again. It now says that error database driver problem detected. The site administrator should verify the server configurations. So let's just move one up, 8.1, and apply and refresh this. Okay, so there we go. So now Moodle 4 version 4.1.2 is required and I'm running 4.1.10. Okay, that's okay. And then everything else shows okay. And we still have this issue here. Okay, so let's go to the assignment 2.2 plugin. Okay, it says here it's under the mod assignments. So there's my assignment disabled, so I'll uninstall this, continue, and then continue again. So there we go, we click on continue, upgrade Moodle database, and continue. Okay, so there we go. So let's go to our server again, and then to environment, and then check upwards. So now that should fix everything. Okay, so our status is okay, so we are ready to upgrade our Moodle installation. Now let's go to our control panel, go to our file manager, and then go to our Moodle, our subdomain. Okay, so this is my subdomain, and now I need to open the config.php file. Okay, so I'll click on it once, I'll click on edit, and I'll click on edit again. So this will open my php config.php file. So just underneath my directory permission, okay, so just underneath that, so I'll add a line here, and I'll add an upgrade key here. Okay, so before I even upgrade my Moodle database, I want to add an upgrade key. So the upgrade key is here, $CFG, upgrade key equals, and then in inverted commas, you just add your password there. So I'll just add a password there. So that's my password. So this is to prevent, let's say you have more than one administrator on your platform, and the other administrator doesn't know you want to upgrade, then he won't log in and start the upgrade process while you're still busy with copying and pasting certain files. Okay, so that prevents anyone from starting the upgrade process. Okay, so this is really important. So add your upgrade key, save it. So that's saved now, and now you can close your config.php file. Now, next step is to back up our important data. Now, important data will be our Moodle data folder. So it's this folder here. So what I'll do is I'll click on it once. I can either right click and then compress it, or I can click on it and then click on compress here at the top. Okay, depending on which control panel you are using. So I'll click on compress and I'll choose zip, and I'll click on compress files. This will compress the Moodle data teach folder. I'll click on close. Now, depending on the size of that folder, it will take some time to compress that folder. Okay, so there's my Moodle data folder. I then download this to a safe spot on my computer. I'll download that. Okay, so that's done. Okay, so that's done, and now I can remove it from here. I'll just delete it. Delete. Okay, then in my subdomain, so there's my subdomain teach. I'll also compress this one here. I'll compress it, choose zip file, compress file. Okay, so that's done. So there's my compressed folder. I'll just download that. So I'll right click and download, and it will download to my downloads folder on my computer. That's done. I'll just delete it from here. I'll delete it. Okay, so there we go. Now we need to back up our database. Okay, so let's go back here to our cPanel. You'll see here's PHP my admin as well as my manage my databases. Okay, so I'll click on PHP my admin, and now I need to know which database I need to back up. Okay, so I'll go to my config.php file of my teach of my subdomain. Again, I'll open my config.php. I'll click on edit, edit again, and there you'll see your database name. So there's DB name, and there's your database name. It's Moodle 4.4. Okay, so go back to your phpMyAdmin, so it's Moodle 8.4.4, so it's that database there. Okay, so I'll just click on it once. It will open all the tables. I'll then click on export. It will ask me if in which format I want to export it and if it should be quick or custom. I'll click on export. And there I have my 3 important data folders. Okay, so I can close this. I can close this one here. And now I can go to my computer. I'll just go to my computer here and open my downloads folder. So my downloads folder is there. So there you'll see there's my 3 backed up installations. So I'll just copy these or create a new folder and just state here this is my Moodle backup. And this is May 2024. Enter, and I'll just move those 3 to my backup folder. So now I have my Moodle backup. So if anything goes wrong in my installation process, I'll just back it up again. I'll just restore it again. Okay, so okay, we can close this. We didn't make any changes. And now again, I'll go to my file manager. I'll go to my subdomain. So there's my subdomain. And now for my config.php file, I'll just download that file. Okay, so there's my config.php file. I'll download that as well. Okay, so there it is. Let's go one level up. Remember, this is our installation. Okay, so I'll rename this later on. But for now, we've backed up the 3 important data folders, or my Moodle data folder, as well as my Moodle code, as well as my Moodle database. Before you even start with the upgrade process, you need to turn on update notifications. Okay, that will make the installation of the new plugins or the updated plugins even better for your site. Okay, let's go to site administration, click on server, and then click on update notification. Make sure that this box is checked. Okay, so automatically check for available updates, and then required code maturity is the stable version. But please make sure that this is checked, because during the installation process or the upgrade process, Moodle will automatically notify you of updates available of the plugins. Okay, click on save, and now we're ready. The next step in our upgrade process will be to check for updates for my plugins. So I'll go to my Moodle installation, I'll go to site administration, and then I'll go to plugins, and then I'll go to plugins overview. Okay, I'll then click on additional plugins. I'm not concerned about the rest of the plugins. I'm only concerned about the additional plugins. Okay, those that I've installed extra. So I'll click on that, and you'll see there are 5 additional plugins that I've installed. There's configurable reports, then there's the export glossary to quiz, then there's the mass action block, then we have 2 themes here. Okay, if you've purchased a premium Moodle theme, it's a good time now to get the updated version for Moodle 4.4. Remember, these plugins should also be updated to Moodle 4.4 as well. Okay, so you can go to your Moodle plugins directory. Okay, so I'll just go to Moodle plugins directory. Remember, the first one was configurable reports. I'll just type it in here, configurable reports, and I'll check if there's a 4.4 version. So there we go. So I'll just open it, and you'll see that under versions, you'll see, let's check if there's the latest version available. So you'll see there's up to 4.2. So I'll leave it as is. Okay, the next one will be export glossary to quiz. Remember, in some cases on GitHub there will be updated versions. Okay, so on GitHub you can check on GitHub, and you can check. Let's just search here for configurable reports. and you can check for the latest version of the configurable reports. Okay, you can check here if there's a latest update for that plugin if it isn't here. Okay, so now let's go back. Then there's export glossary to quiz, so let's check that one. Export glossary to quiz, export glossary. I'll just search for this one. So there's the export glossary to quiz. I'll click on that. Now I'll just check the latest versions. So you'll see there's 4.4 and I'll download that. Then I'll go back. The second one is mass action. So I'll check that. Just check that. Oops. Mass action. Okay, so there's the block. I'll just check for the version. So you'll see there's 4.4. I can download that one. And then we have our two themes, Almond and Post Union. Okay, so I'll also download that. Before you start the upgrade process, just put your site in maintenance mode. Although we have the upgrade key, we can also put our site in maintenance mode just to notify users that we are busy with maintenance on our site by clicking on site administration and then on server and then clicking on maintenance mode. You can select enable, provide a message here and click on save. This will put your site into maintenance mode. So if you log out now, you will see that your site is showing that it's currently in maintenance mode. So now we have the updated plugins. Okay. Go to our file manager here. Here's my file manager, and this is my old Moodle installation. Okay. For now, I'll rename this. So I'll rename that to 05 2024, and this is my old version. Okay, so I'll rename that. So there's my old version. So now I'll go back to Moodle. So I'll close this, open that. I'll go back to my Moodle installation. I'll just click on downloads, and then I want the latest version of Moodle. So the latest release. So there you'll see it's 4.4 plus, and it's a stable version. I'll download the zipped version, or you can go with a TGZ version. It doesn't really matter. But I'll download that. So once it's completed, let's just give it a few seconds. Okay, so there we go. Now we have our latest version. I'll go to my Moodle site here. From here, I'll click on upload. Then I'll click on select. Here I have the latest version of Moodle. I'll click on it once. I'll click on open, and it will start uploading the latest version of Moodle. You'll see it will change to green and 100%. You can then go back. Okay, so now you see there's my latest version of Moodle. I'll click on it once, and I'll click on extract. I'll leave it on public, my public folder. I'll click on extract files. Once it's extracted, I can click on close. Okay, so now you'll see that there's my Moodle installation. I can remove this from my server, so I'll delete that. Confirm. Okay, so now if you double click on that, you'll see that all the Moodle files are there. Let's go to the plugins that we've downloaded. So if you go to your downloads folder, you'll see that these are the various plugins that we've downloaded. So you'll immediately see that it needs to go into block, and then this is the mass action block. And then this one, glossary export to quiz, also a block. So this also needs to go into the blocks. Okay. So we'll find the blocks folder. So there's my blocks folder. I'll double click on that, and here you'll see all the blocks folders. Now I'll go to my upload. I'll find my zipped folder of my block. So I'll install this one first, block mass action. I'll click on it once, open, and it will upload to this particular spot. I'll find it here. From here, I'll extract it to the same spot here. I'll extract it. I'll click on close, and this will be my, let's just go back to blocks. So there you'll see admin isn't block mass action. I'll just delete that. Confirm. So my mass action should be, there's my mass action. Okay. The next one will be, I'll select the glossary export. I'll open that. Just go back and then extract it. I'll just click on it once and then extract it. Extract files. I'll click on close and then I'll remove this. I'll just go up one and then go back to my blocks and then just remove that. Okay. Delete. Confirm. Okay. So there's my glossary export to quiz. Okay. So if you have a theme, let's just install the theme. I'll go to my plugins. Let's just go to plugins here. Let's go to Boost Union. Just press enter. So there's my theme. Open. I'll check the versions here. I'll just download that just to show you. So it's under themes. It should go under themes. So I'll go to my file manager here. You need to go to the main folder. Okay, so in your Moodle folder, go to your main folder and go for themes. So there's themes. Okay, so I'll upload it here. Okay, so I'll go to upload and then select, find my theme there, upload, go back, and then just extract it. Extract, close, and go up, and then go back again. And there's my Boost Union. I'll just remove this one here, delete, remove to trash. Okay, so there we go. So now I have my theme installed as well. Remember, we've downloaded the config.php file. So let's go up one level. So here I have my Moodle installation. Okay, I'll just upload that old config.php file from my old Moodle installation. I'll upload that to the new version of Moodle. So there's my config.php file. I'll open it and I'll go back. So make sure that your old config.php file is sitting within your new Moodle installation. So there's my new Moodle installation. There's my new config.php file or my old config.php file. Okay, so now we're ready to rename this. So I'll right click on it, I'll rename it. Remember, our name should be teach.elearningportal.co.za. Okay, so this is basically your Moodle site. So that's my Moodle site. I'll rename it. So there's my new Moodle site now. Okay, so now I'll go to my old Moodle site. I'll click on site administration, and immediately when I click on site administration, you'll see what happens. Immediately it will start the upgrade process. It will ask you are upgrading your Moodle database from 4.1.10 plus to 4.4 plus. Do you want to confirm this? Yes, I can confirm this. I want to upgrade. I click on continue. Now it checks my server requirements. You'll see that asynchronous backups disabled, everything, but everything seems okay. Okay, I'll click on continue. And now it will start looking at my plugins. Okay, so it's the plugin check. If you have outdated plugins, you can eventually install it during this process or afterwards, but it will check your plugins and it usually highlights it. You'll see there's Memcached and Mongo database to be deleted. And there you'll see Almond theme, it's missing from the disk. Okay. I can click on Upgrade Moodle Database now. It checks, and the checks are all successful. I'll click on Continue. Okay, and it will log you out. I'll log back in. So now you can change some settings here. If you're happy with the settings, you can scroll down and then click on Save Changes. Okay, it's now asking me for SMS mobile key and so forth, but I'll leave that as is and I'll click on Save Changes. Ask me for my site information. I can agree to a newsletter or privacy policies. I can just agree there. Notifications for new releases. I can say yes, and I'll click on Register my site. Or you can skip this process by clicking on Skip. Okay, so there we have our site updated to our new version. So let's check site administration, notifications. I'll just check. So there we go. We have Moodle 4.4 Plus. I can go to my courses and see if everything is in place. Yes, everything is in place. Go to my dashboard. Everything is in place. So we've successfully upgraded from 4.1.10 Plus to 4.4 Plus. So now we've successfully upgraded our Moodle site. Let's go back to site administration and then server, and then click on maintenance mode and take us out of maintenance mode by making sure that this is disabled and clicking on save. As a final step, click on development. If you're not on development, just click on site administration, development, and then purge all caches. Okay, click on that. Make sure you click on purge all caches. You'll see the message here, all caches were purged, and then you're done. As part of the upgrade process, you may experience fatal error, maximum execution time 30 seconds exceeded, and this is usually for users that the default language isn't English. To rectify this, you can increase your max execution time from 30 to 160 in your php.ini file, or before you upgrade, you can change your default language to English. Now, possible issues that may affect your Moodle 4.4 installation after you install Moodle 4.4. It's your new activity, and I'll share the link of this page so that you can go through these. So basically, it's some changes in Moodle 4.4, and the major changes are basically your TinyMCE default text editor. Then you have to, your admin have to register your big blue button, and your chat and your survey activities. So this will be disabled since it will be removed for Moodle 4.5. Then you also have, for more security or authentication, SMS authentication, and then your passwords will be in plain text, will be shown in plain text. Okay. Then asynchronous backups that you need to enable, as well as theme settings. Okay. So these are all the, basically all the possible issues you might experience in Moodle 4.4. I really hope this video was helpful. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for further videos on my channel.